In ancient mythology, there exists a malevolent deity resembling an octopus whose age is immeasurable, as time holds no significance for him. It is said that by uttering the right incantations, one can summon him to descend upon the mortal realm, endowing individuals with otherworldly powers. However, what remains undisclosed is the steep price one must pay. Hello everyone, I'm Movie Fish. Let me tell you the horror film Suitable Flesh. Bess has transformed into a psychiatric patient, vehemently insisting that others must destroy the brain of a corpse. Most doctors would dismiss her as being delusional, but the one responsible for her treatment happens to be her close friend willing to hear her out. Bess, initially a content psychologist with a harmonious family, takes an unexpected turn when she encounters a patient named Asa. He exhibits extreme anxiety, trembling uncontrollably, and expresses fear that his father desires to take over his body. Bess is puzzled by this revelation. Asa's father calls, speaking in an unintelligible language resembling an incantation. Upon hearing it, Asa's eyes roll back, convulsions ensue, and his soul seems to leave his body. When Asa regains consciousness, his demeanor undergoes a drastic transformation cold, emotionless, and even malevolent. He cannot recall what Bess just said, starts using profanity, and suddenly reaches out to her. It's as if he's become an entirely different person, leaving Bess profoundly shocked. She suspects Asa may be suffering from a severe form of dissociative identity disorder. Back at home, Bess cannot shake off thoughts of Asa, while her husband seems indifferent, upvoting for love. Bess, who was initially unaffected, inexplicably envisions Asa's image, sparking an uncontrollable attraction. She realizes there's something enchanting about this Asa. The next day, Bess visits Asa's home, finding the door unlocked and Asa absent. Only an elderly man with heart problems remains. Despite his frailty, the old man, harboring a rogue attitude, refuses to cooperate and even harasses Bess. In the midst of the confrontation, Bess's finger starts bleeding, unknowingly becoming a crucial element in the unfolding story. The following day, Asa returns, claiming he avoided his father the previous day to escape his attempt to seize his body and steal his life. Bess initially views these statements as metaphorical, assuming Asa is being mistreated by his pathological father. She attempts to console him, promising to treat him after finishing her work. However, when she returns, Asa is nowhere to be found. Late that night, Asa calls for help. Bess rushes to his aid, discovering the old man experiencing another heart attack. Instead of helping, Asa threatens him with a knife. Upon examination, the old man appears lifeless, prompting Bess to think it's for the best. Asa claimed the old man is not his father anymore, and someone just took his father's life. Moreover, the old man won't truly die unless his head is severed and he is burned. Asa speaks cryptically about the old man acquiring magical powers and having already seized his body twice. Another seizure and it would be irreversible. As Asa is about to decapitate the old man, the unexpected happens. The old man feigns death, unleashing a rare human power, gripping Asa's throat and reciting an ancient deity's incantation. As anticipated, both individuals convulse simultaneously, their souls departing. When Asa recovers, his expression changes once again, turning evil, composed, and formidable, as if transforming into a different person. Bess, believing Asa has experienced another episode of dissociation, prepares to treat him. However, the truth is far from what she assumes. Let's pause the plot here and allow me to explain from the beginning. The frequent soul departures are entirely orchestrated by the octopus deity. Initially, Asa's father, plagued by illness, delved into ancient texts to prolong his life, inadvertently learning the summoning ritual. Little did he know that the deity would permanently seize his body through a possession-like process. Hence, Asa's earlier statement about the old man no longer being his father. However, this borrowed body is precarious, prompting the deity to plan the takeover of Asa's body. The film doesn't explicitly detail the possession method. From my observations, it involves obtaining the victim's blood. Once the blood is acquired, reciting the incantation enables temporary body swapping. As Asa answers the phone and hears the incantation, he transforms into another person. Following this principle, the exchange process is intricate, requiring 3 swaps. Only after the third successful swap can a permanent exchange occur. Taking Asa as an example, he had already swapped with the deity once before the film began. Answering the phone marked the second swap, and now it became permanent. Now, Asa's body is occupied by the consciousness of the demon, while the father's body contains Asa's original consciousness. As for the father's own consciousness, it seems to have been eradicated by, let's refer to individuals using their consciousness. For example, if the demon's consciousness occupies Asa's body, I will call him the evil. With this setting in mind, let's dive back into the plot. Currently, Asa is unconscious in the old man's body. The demon, now in control of Asa's body, is planning mischief with sinister intentions. But as the treatment progresses, the demon gets closer to Bess, and to everyone's surprise, an unexpected romantic connection blossoms between them. It's a shocking development, considering the uncouth. To add to the complexity, the demon starts swapping bodies with Bess again. This is their second body swap, and according to the setup, the demon needs to obtain Bess's blood before the exchange can. The exchange goes smoothly, and once in Bess's body, the demon discovers a liking for this new form. Bess, on the other hand, experiences entering someone else's body for the first time, leaving her mind blank. Given that this is their first body swap, they quickly return to their original bodies. Remember Asa, his consciousness had entered his father's body, and after being unconscious for a while, he finally wakes up and desperately calls out that he is Asa, seeking help from Bess. This revelation overwhelms Bess with information. The demon, being ruthless, didn't give Asa a chance and effectively erased Asa's consciousness. Terrified, Bess screams loudly and makes a run for it. During the struggle earlier, a candle had fallen and burned down the entire house. Asa's death is now unverifiable, making it a truly crazy night. Bess manages to escape and shares her entire ordeal with her best friend. However, explaining the concept of soul swapping sounds too mystical, leading her friend to think that Bess was likely drugged and experiencing hallucinations. Bess, finding this explanation plausible, spends another day in fear as the demon continues his malevolent acts, staging a big show. The demon, now bound in the basement, calls Bess, pretending to be playing with her friend and wanting to send her away. Unconvinced, her friend challenges the demon, asking how he knows the secrets. Once back in her own body, Bess is exceptionally worried. After all, the demon only needs to seize another opportunity to permanently take over her body. After some time, the demon indeed comes looking. Bess devises a plan. She climbs to the window ledge, threatening to jump and commit suicide if the demon tries to take over her again. This way, the demon would be forced to occupy a lifeless body. However, the demon proposes a risky game. He hands her a knife and challenges her to kill him if she has the courage. Without overthinking, Bess strikes him on the head, fearing that he might survive. This sets the stage for the beginning of the story. To recap the current situation, Bess is accused of murder, deemed mentally unstable, and confined in a hospital. She reveals the entire truth to her. However, the police mistakenly believe the body is that of a normal corpse, and have sent it to the nearby morgue for examination. The doctor, casually eating a sandwich, begins the autopsy, unaware of. This marks the third and final permanent exchange. The demon surveys the surroundings and notices Bess's friend, who catches his eye. He contemplates applauding once again for the sake of love. Bess's, unable to provide a name, the demon's true identity becomes apparent. Just then, security guards rush in, alerting everyone to a major incident. Bess's friend goes outside and discovers the crawling sea. Despite the common belief that women may not be physically strong, this fight is brutal, with each move resulting in bloodshed. The demon, using his finger, scratches Bess's friend's neck, causing blood. Sure enough, in the midst of the fight, the demon initiates another body swap. Now, the best friend finds herself in Bess's body, while the demon occupies the best friend's body, the demon taking aid of it. However, her attention is diverted by the agonizing moans nearby. It turns out to be Bess, pleading for release. Trapped in this broken body, Bess is in agonizing pain, knowing she is doomed but still struggling in utmost despair. The friend, holding the gun and tearfully, puts an end to Bess's suffering. Now, the friend seeks vengeance on the demon. The demon, being sly, hides behind the security personnel, utters another incantation, and swaps bodies with the friend once again.